I'm Matthew Vickers, and this is how I created a two-way light switching circuit from scratch. So the first thing to do was to measure out the positions of the back boxes, which I referred to this drawing for help. So the first back box, as you can see, is 260 across and 100 down. So, where's my pencil one? It was 260, which is here, and 100 down for the middle, which is here. So that's the position of the first back box. Now that I've measured and marked out the positions of the back boxes, all that's left to do is screw them down to the board. I've made labels so you know it's the junction box, the downstairs light and the socket, etc. After I've screwed them down, I can cut some trunk into length, put that down, stick it down here, and then I can wire up the circuit to that drawing. So now I'm just going to screw it down. So now that the trunking's cut to length, just take the top off, undo the sticky, and now put it down in between the socket and the junction box and screw it in. Okay, so now the layout is all complete, the trunking and the back boxes are screwed down to the board. What's next is to measure the distance, so we'll do between the fuse switch spur and the light fitting, which is 300mm in the middle to the middle. So the wire cut is 500mm to allow ease of wire. So now I will strip the wire strippers, and then do the other side. And then, now that the copper is exposed, just make sure that it's twisted. Now I'll thread it through, which may be a bit fidgety, but thread it through the fuse switch spur through the trunking to the light fitting. Take that off for now. Here. And then up, and then wire it up to the common live here, obviously when this is all down. Now I'm going to wire the junction box. As you can see, it's already done. I'm going to do neutral. I'll then do the positive wire. Push that in. And tighten it up. The junction box is now fully wired, and I'm just going to continue wiring the rest of the circuit. I'm now going to wire up the fuse switch spur, starting with neutral. That's in. I'll then do the positive, all live. in. I'll then do the output for neutral. It's not going in properly, I'll just have to undo this and push it in again. There we go. And I'll do the positive output. Finally, earth. And then tighten. And the last one, the final earth wire. Make sure that's in. And tighten it. And now the fuse switch spur is wired up. Okay, now that the switch spur is wired up, I need to wire up the two-way lighting system to the drawing you can see there. But first I need to check the continuity from the positive output to the common wire. Yep. And then I need to check the continuity from this end of the wire to either of these ends, so I know which wire is the same. Oh, go that one. So these two ends are the same wire, and these two ends are the same wire. So now I'm going to wire up the common into the common terminal and wire up these two into these two terminals. Then I'll wire up these two into these two terminals, and then the switch live into this terminal, which will then connect to the light fitting. So now I'm going to wire up the bottom light, and I'll wire up that one and record that, because if I wired them all up it would take such a long time. So I'm going to wire the common into the common terminal and then tighten this. That's in. And then I need to wire these two to these two terminals. Just tighten it up. And that one's done. So the final one, I'll do it so you can see, is wiring this one up, just tightening this. Now that one is tight and they're all wired up. I'll now wire up the top switch, and then I'll prove the circuit after it by plugging it into the mains. After completing the circuit, all it's have to do is check the tightness of the connections. If some are loose, it may cause problems with the circuit. So it's tight. That one's loose. Now that the junction box, the fuse spur, the two-way lighting switching and the light fitting, which I've just done, is all wired up to the drawing, I'll now check the continuity again of the switch live, which is wired up to the switch live rail, the common, which is wired to the common rail, the neutral, which is wired to the neutral rail, and then obviously earth wired to earth. All it's left to do now is wire up the socket, do a full continuity check, and then replace the covers and the trunking, and then obviously plug it into the mains and see if it all works. I'm now going to test the continuity for the two-way switch light circuit. So if I test the positive wire to the switch live, the beep indicates continuity. However, if I turn off the downstairs light, continuity will no longer be present. This can change vice versa, whether I turn off or on the upstairs and downstairs light. The common live, however, will always have continuity no matter whether the switch is on or off. This is the same with the neutral and the earth. I'm now going to power up the circuit and show you the socket and the light both working. Now that the board's complete, I'm just going to test its functionality. So if I turn on the fuse switch spur, I can demonstrate a two-way light system in where the light turns on with the upstairs light and off with the downstairs light. And I've also got a socket attached to the board in where I can turn that and boil a kettle. And that's the board complete.